Shall I do the recording? Yeah.
Yeah, but please, one of you.
So Bhante, then it's over to you, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sharing of loving kindness, meditation. All my Dhamma friends, can close your eyes and remembering positive things. And I am teaching of some Pali and English verses. Okay, sharing with loving kindness meditation. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful and prosperous. May no harm come to them. May no difficult to come to them. May no problems come to them. May they always meet with success. May they also have courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome problems and our life. Buddha thought, remembering the important word, Sabbe Satta, Sukhino Bhavantu, Sabbe Satta, Bhavantu Sukhitatta. Breathing out, breathing out. You can remember it. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Sabbe sattha bhavantu sukhitatta. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Happy Monday.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
This is our short meditation, morning blessings.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Bhante.
Thank you so much.
Yes. It's actually evening around here. I think it is even more evening for Alex, but
Yes.
yeah. So thank you so much. It's amazing, and the Buddha talks about two things about life. Now, one thing is about loving kindness. The other thing is about realization. And then I think loving kindness practice is so precious, so important, and it's not just this positive mind. I was contemplating on the positive mind. Especially at a time in the world it's not easy for us to really develop a positive mind because we are not made for that. You know, our minds are really made, and this is why the depression, anxiety, stress is increasing around the world. And did you know that the Oxford Mindfulness Center, they did a research, and this is pre-COVID. They said at any given time, over 390 million people are on antidepressants. Now, just really imagine the impact of that, because our minds are not necessarily made to be happy and peaceful. So therefore, generating loving kindness is not an easy thing to do. But the Buddha says there is no alternative to generating loving kindness. But there is as we discussed last time, loving kindness has two aspects to it. One aspect of it is the metta samadhi. Metta samadhi. It is mindful. I mean, sorry, loving kindness as a way of developing concentration, developing tranquility, calmness. But the Buddha goes even one step further, and he said, it's not just metta samadhi, it's metta cheto vimutti. It says in the Pali, it says mettaya bhikkhave cheto vimuttiya. It's a liberative, loving kindness. That is loving kindness that liberates us. And, so the power of loving kindness to liberate us is incredible. So it's not just this positive mind, be happy, be a happy bunny all the time. No, it's actually liberative mind. Does that make sense at all, Alex?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the difference between generating loving kindness at a level of like samadhi level, like when we say may all beings be well and happy, there's sort of a good feeling. It's sort of good feeling is one thing, but using that feeling to liberate oneself is quite another thing.
Yes.
So how do we actually, this is the Metta Sutta. It is one of the oldest suttas in the Khuddaka Nikaya. And there the Buddha talks about, you have to develop 15 qualities to develop this liberative loving kindness. Like it's as is sakko, uju, suju. Yeah. Yeah. Bhante, would you mind chanting that? That is that's one of the most beautiful chanting I've ever heard. Paraniya
Metta
Sutta.
Sutta, Karaniya.
Yeah, Metta Sutta. Yeah.
Karaniya ngatta kusale.
Yeah. Karaniyang atu kusalena yang tan santang padang abhisamecca. And it says sakko. You have to be really skillful. Sakko. Ujucha, upright. Sujucha, still upright,
Yeah.
More upright. Suachocha, Suacha means actually, it has two meanings. One is, somebody's, soft spoken or having really good speech. And Suacha is also very genuinely obedient and loyal, and that sort of Suachocha. Mudu is kind of gentle, mild, gentle. Mudu, anatimani, non-arrogant. Yeah, atimani is the other one. Anatimani. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the humility, like, and I think it's something really alien to some people, like, how to be humble, like, really down to earth.
Yeah.
Anatimani. Yeah. Sakoju suju suacho samudu anatimani. Santusakoj. Santusakoj. And that's santusa is again content. Happy is one thing, but contentment is another thing, isn't it? So, yeah, so happy and content. So mudu timani santusakoch subharoch. Subhara means like easily adaptable, flexible, not too, not too kind of rigid. Yeah. Santusako subroches, sucho chasamudu anatimani, santusakoche, subroche, appakichoche. So that is, appakicha means alpakicha, having a few things to do, that is not too busy. Yeah. Now, some people are so busy throughout the day, they say, oh, how busy you are, because the mind is too busy doing too many things. Yeah. So, appakichoj, sallahuka buddhi, and it's kind of simple, plain, normal living. Sallahuka buddhi, santusakoch. So, again, easily, you know, can be pleased easily. And Sadhu Subaroch, Appagichoch, Sallauka buddhi, Santindriyoj, Santindriyoj. Indriya. Indriya means organ.
Control in the success.
Yeah. Control senses, really, like, yeah, it is like, I mean, that is basically not indulging in the sensory feel, like, it's like not wanting to see the greatest things, see, hear. And of course, we like to see, hear, and taste, more than anything else. Taste good things. That's what the new year is about, isn't it, Bhante? Yeah, probably you may you may have broken those rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we would like to, so Indriya, yeah, Santindriyoch, Subharoch, yeah, Santindriyoch. Nipakoch. Nipaka is kind of, it's a very fine word, clever, quite clever. Nipakoch. Appagabbo, Kulesu, Ananugiddo, Appagabba means like non-bragging, like, to too proud. And yeah, appagabbu kulesu ananugiddu, not attached to,
Yeah.
I mean,
Groups.
yeah. Kula means here means actually, anything, basically, because some people can't sleep if they don't have the right type of, things, and it's just sort of flexibility. Yeah, so, appagabbo kulesu ananugiddu nacha khuddang samachare kinchi yena vinyu pare upavadeyu. That's a long sentence. Nacha khuddang samachare, not even a minute thing that you do that which is like not praised by the worthy, like good people. Nacha khuddang samachare kinchi yena vinyu, wise people, pare upavadeyu, blameworthy. So that which is blamable by the wise, not engaging in those activities. Yeah. Rachikuddang samachare kinchi yena vinyu pare upavadeyu. Sukhino va khemino hontu. So
May they be
sukhino,
happiness.
yeah, very happy. And khemino means even fearless. And this fearlessness, it's a really interesting thing. Like, so have you heard of this Sultan Ganj Buddha statue? That is one of the greatest statues in the world. It belongs to the Gupta period in India, and it's kind of same as the Greek, Alexander period, I think. So, that statue is like favor, granting a favor sort of thing. And it is like fearlessness, so appagabbo kulesu ananugiddu nacha khuddang samachare kinchi yena vinyu pare upodeyo sukhino va khemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Now that is a really loaded expression. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. May all beings be well and happy. Now that's a really, difficult one. I mean, we can always, say, may all my friends be well and happy. May all my family be well and happy. May, this particular type of people be well and happy. But may all beings be well and happy, regardless of their faith, regardless of their backgrounds, regardless of, who they are. I mean, it is just impossible for some people, So, but this is where the Buddha says one has to get to the frame of mind. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta. Yeah, na paro parang nikubbet. Yeah, one should not actually be antagonistic towards the other person. Naja khuddang samachare ki. Na paro parang nikubbet. Nati manyet kattachi nang kanchi. Nati manyet. So, nati manyet kattachi nang kanchi. Byaro sana patikisan. So it is like non pointing fingers at other people. Vyarosana patikasanya na anya manyas dukkha michaya, not wishing bad towards others. And now that is something really difficult. Again, you have to be a real saint to be able to, because in a deep psychological level, sometimes we tend to enjoy other people's misery. When others are in trouble, we tend to think, oh, they deserve that, something like that, especially with regard to, criminals or other people, but not wishing bad towards anybody.
No
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah.
Neither
So no
anger or
anger, hatred, ill will. Yeah. So Sukinova came, hontu Nanya manyas dukkha michaya. So, and then the Buddha gives a nice analogy. This is the beautiful simile. Mata yatha niyang putta, just like the mother towards her own child. Not even mothers, you can be a mother, but your love is towards your child, not every child.
protecting
Yeah,
only child.
exactly. The mother protecting her own only child. I mean, that's difficult, isn't it? That's not easy at all. So if one can really have that sort of a frame of mind, I mean, just imagine, like about the possibilities. So mata yata niyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakke evampi sabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimana. Evampi sabba bhutesu. So towards all beings, can you actually expand that frame of mind? Yeah.
And
Mata
multiple
yatayam putta. Yeah. Ayusa eka putta manurakke. Evam pisabha bhutesu manasang bhave aparimana. Mettancha sabba lokasming manasang bhave aparimana. Now this is the mind of loving kindness that is extended towards the entire world, entire universe. Yeah. Manasang bhavaye aparimana, undisturbed or unlimited. Manasang. Manasang is, manas is mind. Mind which is not limited by anything. Undisturbed or unlimited or unperturbed by anything. Yeah. Manasambhave aparimana. Mettancha sabba lokasming manasambhave aparimana. And then actually say uddhang adhocha tiriyangcha. Uddhang. Now, any guesses what is uddhang?
above, below.
Yeah, above. Uddhang. I mean, this is Pali language. Yeah. Uddhang. Adho means under. Yeah. It is the opposite of uddhang, adhoja, tiriyangcha. Up, down, and across. Yeah. Uddhang, adhoja, tiriyangcha. Asambadhang, averang, asapatta. Yeah. We are again undisturbed by any of those physical limitations. Yeah. Asambadang, averang, asapatan, tithang, charang, nising, nova. Now, this practice is to be developed tithang, by sitting, charang, standing,
working, sitting,
yeah, nising, nova, sitting, So standing, sitting, and moving, every posture Tittang charan nisinova, sayanova, even in your sleep, like while you are lying down. Yeah. So nisinova, sayanova, yavatasa vigata middho. Yeah. Vigata middho is kind of not overcome by these defilements. Yeah. Vigata middho. What is it then, Bhante?
Pittancharan nisinova, sayanova, yavatasa
Yeah.
vigatamiddo, etan sating aditteya.
Etang sating aditeya. Now that is the level of sati. You know, one is actually firmly holding on to that level of sati.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. That's right. Now, you know, mindfulness is always wholesome. The other day, I was listening to a radio and some, you know, people are discussing about mindfulness and they said, oh, what are the side effects of mindfulness? Like, you know, practice. What are the side effects? Like, it is like medication, you know, when you take a medication, you always think of, oh, there must be a side effect. And they're asking like, what are the side effects of mindfulness? Absolutely none, because that's the true nature of our being, isn't it? Yeah. So, so that is etan sating aditteya Brahma metang viharang idama. Etang Brahma. Now this is called the creator's mind. You know, like sublime qualities of a creator. Brahma metam viharang idamahu. Now then comes this very special stanza. Dittinja anupagam silava. You know, without falling into views. Dittinja anupagam silava. Dasanena sampanno. You know, and developing the right view. Yeah, dasanena sampanno. Hamesu vinaya gedam. You know, having detached with the sensual pleasures. Kamesu vinaya gedam. Nahijatu gabbase.
Attachment to such.
Yeah, exactly. No attachments. And then no sleeping in the wombs again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of total, utter liberation. Now this is what's called the second level of metta bhavana, which is liberative mind that goes beyond the samadhi. So this is metta cheto vimukti. Yeah. Okay. Now,
it is very helpful and
yeah.
today and always.
Okay, exactly. Now, I love chanting. I love chanting this sutta called Metta Sutta, which really very old, ancient Pali, and it's
wisdom
been
and peace and loving kindness. Yeah,
it's in the Sutta Nipata, isn't it? Sutta Nipata. Okay, so
thank you.
Now remember, today I promise you we will be actually discussing the 5 aggregates, khandas, yeah, panchakhanda. And there's a beautiful sutta in relation to that, and we will get to that. But before that, I'd like to have a little discussion, like what are the 5 khandas?
Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana.
Yeah. Yes. Now,
Rupa Kanda.
yeah, exactly.
Vedana Upadana Skanda.
Yeah, it is clinging, aggregate of form. Yeah, Rupa Upadana Kanda, Vedana Upadana Kanda. Yeah, Upadana Kanda is attachment. So, form, feeling, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Now, this is a very kind of big topic in Buddhism and the Buddhist context. Can you explain to me why it's such a big topic? Maybe Alex can help us on this.
Well, it's a big topic because these 5 aggregates or like heaps are the basis of suffering, because suffering arises when you try to cling to these things.
Yeah.
And then the realization that you do that and knowing what the 5 skandhas are is also the way to extinguish the attachments to these aggregates.
Yeah. Fantastic. Now that's really good answer. So I mean, Buddhism dissect life into these three main areas. Now let's get a whiteboard here, and let me just move you here. Okay, so 5 khandhas, like now these 3 things, the khandhas, and then there is another division called dhatu. And then there is another division called ayatana. Yeah. Chanda, dhatu, ayatana. Now that's like, how the whole world can be boiled down to, or dissected to these 3 things, like skandha, dhatu, ayatana. Yeah. So the khandhas are of 5 types, as we just discussed. Okay. And the number 1 is the rupa khandha, and the other one is vedana khandha, vedana, and sanya khandha.
Sankhara.
Yeah, and the other one is sankhara khandha, and the last one is vijnana khandha. Yeah. Now see, these khandhas can be again actually subdivided. Now rupa is not just divided into one type. Like most people think rupa form is the visual one, but it's actually not just visual. But it could be rupa, rupa, visual rupas, or sadda. Sadda means sound. Sadda
Sadharupa.
rupa, yeah. Rupa, sadda rupa, gandha
Dhanarupa.
rupa, yeah. Rasa rupa,
Pottabarupa.
yeah, yeah. Pottabha. Rupa, Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Pottabha, and Dhamma Rupa. Yeah, so Rupa is not just one type of Rupa, but all six, 6 types of Rupas. Yeah. So, so therefore, when we learn Rupa, we have to really focus on either it could be a visual Rupa or auditory Rupa or smell or taste or touch or vijnana or even mental object. Vijnana is a Dhamma Rupa. Now, Dhamma Rupa is those mental objects, mind objects. Yeah. So now these objects, all of these come from actually, and the definition of Rupa is called Rupati.
Rupati Rupa.
Rupati. Yeah. Rupati ko bhikkhave tasma rupam. Yeah. Rupa. Rupana. Rupata means actually, now this is a process that is happening. And it is this process which actually brings about the rupa. Now, now we think that we are actually seeing an object, we are seeing a man. Yeah. But in actual fact, who is a man? Man is not just something really existing. It's a it's a result of this rupana process. Yeah, this whole process actually created this entity. So, but we don't see that because our eye is always deceiving belief that there is a rupa. So therefore, everything comes in, objectivized. Like, there is an object, I have on my table, I have a computer, I have a phone, I have a cup, I have, pen, all sorts of things, right? But so that is the end result of form that we get. But the Buddha is asking us, Rupati iti ko bhikkhave tasma rupanti uchyati. So, do you see how a form really comes into being? And that is the question that Buddha is, asking us. And it's we don't get into seeing that because we are all, we all have accepted and admitted the form in its kind of ready-made, form. Yeah. But the Rupana process, one who really knows about the Rupana, Rupati iti ko bhikkhave tasma rupa, and then we realize, wow, it's just it is just the process of appearing, that is what really comes into being. Now, let me give you an example. Now, if I were to write a letter here, now, you know, if I do this, now can you imagine what letter I'm going to write just by looking at that? You can't, right? I mean, I could end up writing an either L, or I could even write E, or I could just simply write F, just cancel this out, F. So just by looking at one part of now this, I mean, it's the same thing in Sri Lankan, letters, like, for example, the A in Sinhala, A is R, but I'm going to write this R, but, when I actually start this part, it's not clear that I'm going to end up writing R. I could write wa, I could write something else, or V, or, anything else. So therefore, to make a long story short, this chandas, now we will discuss about the dhatus and ayatanas in another discourse. So let's limit ourselves to khandas today. It's such an interesting topic. Yeah. So let's actually hear and let's see what the Buddha really talks about the khandas. In one of the suttas. So, okay, is that the one I wanted? Probably not. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I wanted to get Pena Pindupama Sutta. Yeah. So, where is the Pena Pindupama? Let me just. Yeah, I mean it's in all the, it can be read in many
Pindupamang rupang.
Yes, Bhante. Yeah, I'm just trying to see, my moving. How do I get rid of this this thing over here? Okay, yeah. So that's that. Okay. Pena Pindupama Sutta. It's I have to make it slightly bigger so that you can see it. Yeah. This I had this too many options on my computer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Yes.
can. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah. So, and again the sutta starts. With this evam me sutam. Thus have I heard. Evam me sutang ekang samayang bhagava ayujjayam viharati. He lives in the Ayujja, Gangaya Nadia Tire, in the bank of the Ganges. Yeah. How many of you have you been to Ganga, the
Yeah.
river Ganges? Oh, you have, Bhante. Oh, lucky you. It's a really nice one.
3
Alex,
times I went there, Ganganam Nadi.
oh, very good. So have you been there, Alex? No?
No, never.
Okay, yeah, you should. I mean, it's a really interesting place. It's a lot of activities happening in the Ganges. It's a huge river in India. I think one of the biggest rivers, or longest as well. And on either side, the banks, lot of things happening. The Hindus are performing pujas, and they do all kinds of things. Even cremations are done. Like you can go and see people, how people are being. I mean, the dead bodies are being burned. So
It's very interesting.
yeah, very interesting place. India. I mean, India is such an interesting place. So Bhante Vijita is with us, joining us. Yeah. So okay. So Bhante, you must be still, are you still up in Sri Lanka? Yeah. You are very brave. Yes. Yeah. Are you? Bhante Vijita is enjoying living in the hotel. Not Ganges. Not. It's a Ginganga river. Ging River, not Ganges River, right? So
It's near to Ginji River.
it is. It's near the. He's in actually my my hotel. We have a lovely, nice lodge. So Alex, you
Singharaja.
are, yeah, it is,
Ah.
it's world famous rainforest. Alex, you are invited to come anytime.
Thank you.
Yes, so it's a
Wonderful place.
you enjoy, you like it, yeah? You like it. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yes, I think
I
this is the third time I'm visiting here. And really nice behind Ginganga
yeah,
and
Gingaga and
so many
all the
waterfalls.
waterfalls. Yeah, waterfalls. Yeah, but it must be slightly late for you, right? Is it?
Yes, now
Yeah,
11.
yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad because there is a 1 hour difference now. I mean, I was teaching one day. Remember, I was teaching this class from
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 this.
that, yeah, from this place. Yes, are you enjoying? Yeah, we have
Yes, sir.
been discussing this Pena Pindupama Sutta. Is the 22nd Samyutta Nikaya 95. It's one of the most really important suttas on the khandas, 5 khandas. Okay, so then the Buddha says, oh, living there, tatrako bhagava bhikkhu amantesi. Address the monks like this. And let's see what the Buddha is saying to the monks. Seyatapi bhikkhave ayam Ganga nadi mahantang pena pindang avaheya tamenang chakkhuma puriso passeya nijjayeya yoniso upaparikheya tassatang passato nijjayato yoniso upaparikhato
Chittakanyewa kaya.
Rittakanyeva khayeya tuchakanyeva khayeya asarakanyeva khayeya kinhisiya bhikkhave pena pinde saro. So it's a very really it's a crucial statement. So Sayathapi means just like bhikkhave monks, just like I am Ganga, this river, Nadi. I am Ganga Nadi. This Ganga, river, that is the name of the, I mean, even the Ganga is used to refer to the river itself. So, I mean, this is the river. So that's why probably they say Ganga. I am
Because
Ganga
Ganganam,
Yeah.
Ganganam Ganga.
Ganganam Ganga, exactly. Yeah. Nadi Mahantam Pena Pindang Avaheya. Now this river is so vast. It brings, it flows. Pena Pindang. Now that is Pena here means form. F-O-A-M, not F-O-R-M. Now that's a bit of a difference, right? Now form, I can't write it here. Form, yeah. So you could just say the difference between form versus form, F-O-A-M. Yeah. So Sayatapi bhikkhave ayam Ganga nadi mahantang pena pindam avaheya. Just like monks, this river brings, avaheya means brings, pena pinda, massive, heap of pena, avaheya. Tamenang chakfuma puriso passeya. When tang enam, that this one person, a person, chakkhuma means one who has eyes. Chakkhuma puriso. Purisa, man who has eyes, passeya, sees, nijjayeya. Nijjayeya is kind of reflect, and sort of, sleep over it, start reflecting, yeah, thinking. Yoniso upaparikkeya. Yoniso means, like going into the beginning. Upaparikkeya means investigate. When a person who has eyes, when they see this heap of foam being brought by the Ganges river, what does he think? Tassatang passato. For one who sees this, nijhayato, reflect on this, yoniso upaparikkato, investigate this, rittakang eva khayeya. Now that's a crucial word, rittaka. Rittaka means emptiness, rittaka. Now, that's a really crucial word, rittakang eva khayeya. This is empty, like what is in a form? Ritakang evakai. Tuchakang. Tuchaka means nothing in there, kind of very, substanceless. No substance in it. Tuchakang evakai. Asarakang evakai. So there is no sara, again, substanceless. There is no core. Hingisya bhikkhave pena pinde saro. And the Buddha is asking, now what is the sara or core or substance of form? Yeah. So a question mark. He says, what is the substance of a form? FOAM. And then he gives a another sentence. Now, would anybody like to read that second sentence for me?
Evameva ko bhikkhave yam kinchi rupan atita nagata pachuppannam ajjattam va bahidda va olarikang va sukuman va hinan va panitan va yam dure santike va tham bhikkhave passati nijjhayati yoniso upaparikkati tassatam passato nijjahayato yoniso upaparikhato rittakam neva khayati tuchchakam neva khayati asarakam neva khayati kinhi siya bhikkave rupe saro.
Wow. And thank you so much, Bhante. You did really well. So it's a fantastic, now he's comparing that whole mass of foam bubbles to rupa khanda. Now we talked about actually 5 khandas, whether the rupa in the rupa form or visual form or auditory form or taste form or whatever form. Yeah. So evameva ko bhikkhave yankinchi rupam. Now this is a very important paragraph, because this paragraph talks about 11 different types. Yeah. Evameva ko bhikkhave yankinchi rupa. Just like monks, whatever rupa, whatever form, Atita, Anagata, Pachuppanna. Now, there are three words here. Yeah. Now, shall we write that down, because it's important. Now, this is the significance of these words are. This is why we have to really listen to the Buddha so carefully. Now let me see if I could copy this, and then okay, copy this, and okay. Now I just say, if I could take this into a different screen, because, and let's clear all drawings, and I can't paste that. Yeah. So there were actually 11 things, sorry, just trying to write Atita. Oh, write it in text. It's not letting me write. I never understand this text. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was going to write singular. Yeah. Atita. Anagata. Pachuppanna. Okay, now Atita, Anagata, Pachuppanna. So, Yandure, Dure, Santika. Hina, Panita. Olarika, Tukuma. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One pair is missing. Atita, Nagata, Pachuppanna, Ajjata, Bahit. Exactly, yeah. Ajjata, Bahit. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, in any language, now Atita means actually, it's pretty easy. Atita means what? Past, right? Past. But any language, you have hence, 3 times, like it's called past, present, future. Yeah. Now you think of any language has, now Atita means past, Anagata means future. Now this one is a question mark, right? Now, why am I putting a question mark here? Now here, now remember Rupa, the Buddha talks about the Rupa, form. Now all of this is, by the way, Rupa. Right? Rupa. Rupa appears in 11 forms. It could be either Atita, past form, Anagata, future ones, Pachupanna. Now, we can come to that later, or discuss it now. But let me actually get through the main 11 points. Atita, Anagata, Pachupanna. Dura Santika. Dura, what is Dura? Yan Dure. This is actually low. Dura is long. Yeah. Distance. Dura, distance. Santika means near. Near and far. Now these two means far and near, right? Far and near. And now these two, hina. Hina means low. Panita is like high. Yeah. And Olarikangwa. Olarika is like gross. Olarikangwa, Sukumangwa. Sukuma is kind of gross and
subtle.
Yeah. Subtle. Yeah. And then Ajata, internal and external. Okay. So whatever form you take has these 11 aspects. Now, all of these 11 aspects are, parts of a form. Now, let me ask this question from you. Why didn't the Buddha use the word present? Present. Now, Pachupanna, I mean, the Pali language also has a word. Present is like Vattamana, isn't it? Vattamana. Atita, Anagata, Vattamana. Why the Buddha is not using the word Vattamana, but using something totally different? Now, if you really understand this word, if you understand this word, you understand Buddhism. If you don't understand this word, you don't understand Buddhism. I mean, that is as simple as that. I mean, it's a crazy thing to say, but actually for you to understand Buddhism, or for you to realize Buddhism, you have to understand this word, Pachupanna. Now that's $1 million or €1 million, £1 million word, Pachupan. Why do I say that?
We call Lakshem Bendipia Lagdeno.
So, yeah, no, I don't mind you offering me American dollars, US dollars. Yeah,
Yeah.
I accept US dollars. So anyway, now Pachupan. I want you to give me a good answer.
Has it something to,
I think. Yeah. Sorry, Alex, for you.
I was thinking, has it something to, well, if you say it's not the present, but I would then think that it has something also because it's Pachu. Conditionality.
Yeah, Pachaya. It is, the word actually comes into being. Pachaya Uppanna. Uppanna. Pachaya Uppanna. Now, yeah, exactly right. I think, yeah.
Conditional arising then.
Yeah, arisen through, causes and conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, now with regard to the Rupa, what are the causes, what are the conditions? The cause and condition is the Rupana nature, this nature of appearing and disappearing. Yeah. So,
and
yeah.
If we say Vartamana, we already accept the existence of the Rupa. No?
Exactly, Bhante. Yes. Now, if you accept the existence or present moment, you are rejecting everything the Buddha said. Yeah. And, everything the Buddha said becomes rubbish. Probably, I think the Buddha may have said everything rubbish. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's as simple as that. So, Pachaya, now if you don't understand Pachaya Uppanna, Pachuppanna, conditionality, arisen through causes and conditions, Pachuppanna. And if you replace that with the present, you are actually, subscribing to the Sakkaya Ditthi, existence, yeah, personality view. Yeah. So when you accept the Sakkaya Ditthi, you accept the whole world. You are actually you are having an erroneous view of the world. Yeah. But this is why the Buddha never uses the word Vattamana. Yeah. And when you actually don't accept the Vattamana, you don't accept Atita, you don't accept Anagata, you don't accept Dura, you don't accept Santika, you don't accept Hina, you don't accept Panita, you don't accept Olarika, you don't accept Sukuma, you don't accept Ajata, you don't accept Bahida. That means actually, it's not that they are not there in our conventional language, but in reality, the conditionality is denied by the existence of these things, isn't it? Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, brilliant. I'm happy. Okay,
that
so that
Nalakalapa Sutta also Buddha explained that Siyata Vikave De Nalakalapu Anyamanya Nisaya, something like that, no?
exactly, yeah.
Dependently existence.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right, Bhante. So now is it's the wrong one again. Yeah. So the Rupa has these 11 11 aspects to this. Yeah. And you know, those 11 aspects are all denied. All denied. Okay. So all denied in this in this Pena Pindupama Sutta. Okay. Now, so the Buddha says, Evam Evameva ko bhikkhave, just like monks, you know, yam kinchi rupam. Now these are the evameva ko bhikkhave. Now this evameva ko bhikkhave yam kinchi rupam atita anagata pacchuppanna ajjattang va bahiddava Yandure Santikeva, Olarikang va Sukumang va. Yeah, now all of these, Hinang va Panidang va, Yandure Santikeva, Tang Bhikkhu Passati Nijjayati Yoniso Upaparikati. Now this is a reflection. This is a reflection that gives one realization. Nijjayati yoniso uparikati tantas passato nijjayato yoniso upaparikato rittakanyeva khayeya. Now that person really understands the rittaka. Rittaka means emptiness. Emptiness. Tuchaka means like substancelessness, formlessness. Yeah, asarkanyeva khayeya. Kingisya bhikkhave rupe saru. No, just like the Buddha asked, Kingisya bhikkhave, pena, pena pinde saru, pena pinde saru. What is the substance in the form? And the same thing is he's asking, what is the substance in the form? So that means there is no substance. Okay. So are you with me so far?
Yes.
Pretty much. Yes, very good. So so the crucial thing to understand is this pachuppanna. And this is actually vipassana. The insight that the Buddha developed, that is, everything is born of conditions, and the conditions means that means the biggest condition is what are the conditions through which these things arise. Yeah, any yeah, reflections? So Venerable Dhammarathana is a happy monk because he's just has had his breakfast, and Venerable Vijita is in the middle of the night, and both Alex and myself are in, in this difficult. Yeah, you are having your coffee, yeah?
Yeah.
Very good.
Urban
Yeah.
Buddhist
We are
monk
in
with
the
morning
Pachupan.
coffee.
We are in the Pachupan, exactly. So now see, if we now dure santike, now if you took far and near time, and time scale and all of this, we are all deluded, or because of all this delusion. Now, this screen does not discriminate, these differences, far and near, gross and subtle, past, future, present, and none of these.
Everything conventional.
Exactly. Now you see the convention, that is the difference between a conventional reality or conventional acceptance. I won't even call it a truth. It can't be a truth. There is only one truth. There is no, ekang hi satchang dutiya masti. Exactly. So you can't say conventional truth and absolute truth. No, there's only one truth, and everything else is sadly utter false. And it just
I think, sir, this is the very interesting sutta. I also read the first time because even Nagarjuna also mentioned Dige Rasanyata Sati, like that Dige Rasa, everything like the relativity.
that's exactly, yeah, Bhante, that's really good. The Nagarjunas, I mean, Dige Rattang, exactly. This is, because
Diga Rasa, Hina Panita, everything relatively, that means it's not independent existent for Diga Rasa,
yeah,
like that.
yeah, they're all relative, yeah. Now see the relative realities we are hung up on, and then the moment you are hung up on the relative reality, and you are bound to suffer, because that is that's, isn't it? Yeah. So
Very important gatha.
very
Pindupamang rupang vedana bubbulupama maricipupama sanya sankara kadalupama mayupamancha vinyana desita adicca banduna.
wow, that's
There is
beautiful.
another similar Gatha Bhante, no? Phenopamang Kaya Mimang Vidita. I think we remember. No?
Yeah.
Phenopamankaya memang viditva.
No,
Marichi
that is
Dhamma.
Different.
that's a
It's
different
a
one,
Dhammapada.
Bhante.
Yeah, different,
Yeah,
another one. It's also
yeah. What?
similar.
Yeah.
Phenopamang Kaya Mimang
No,
Vidita,
no.
Marichi Dhamman, Abhisambudhano.
It's not actually Penupama. It is what?
Kumbhupama.
Kumbhupama.
Two Gatha, two
Kumbhupamankaya
different
means.
Gatha. One is
Exactly.
Kumbhupamang Kaya Mimang
True.
Vidita.
In the Dhamma.
It's like a pot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pot. Yeah. Kumbhupama. Yeah. Now, actually, these similes are now, one should not really take those. I mean, this is the Buddha is not talking about this. I mean, the form Rupa is similar to a FOAM form. And this is how we actually misread these sentences. Yeah. You know, vast majority of the Buddha's statements are misread by us. And that's why we are not enlightened yet. Yeah, only Viji and Bhante are enlightened out of all of us. Yeah. because yeah. Okay. Hi, how are you, Viji, today? Are you well?
Thank you so much, Dr. Sunil, for understanding. Yes, suddenly my supervisor said that he is coming to visit us.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my son was growing some plants. Then he got some plants and for my son. So I cannot tell him. I just said to him that I have course. So,
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So, are you happy? Is your supervisor happy seeing your plants and everything? Yeah. Excellent. Very good. We were talking about the Penapindupama Sutta. It's a beautiful sutta and a very profound one. And we were going to be we're learning about the form, the rupas. Yeah. And so perhaps is it okay if we take a short break now? Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short break.
Because we have been on the 10 minutes break. Okay. So I'll pause the recording, and well, we will come back to the summary of it. Okay. Yeah. Very good.
That is a fundamental part of the Buddhist teaching. And then Professor Sunil explained about the different heaps, so the different aggregates of form, rupa, sensations, vedana, perceptions, samjna, mental activities, sankhara, and consciousness, vijnana. And you can subdivide those also with you have the khandhas, the dhatu, and the ayatana. And these can be subdivided again into the rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, and vijnana. And these can again be subdivided into the rupa, sadarupa, and so forth and so forth. So when you come down to that level, which is very important, because only when you see that suffering arises from the five, when one identifies or clings to these five heaps, one can also extinguish that clinging. So you need to have the insight into that, and that's also what the professor said, that this sutra fundamentally speaks about vipassana, so insight. And then on the example of the sutra, the professor used rupa, so form, which there is also used in the sutra as foam, as opposed to form. Foam is not a form, which is a very important point there. To basically explain that in one part you have past and future, and you have the present with a question mark, which is pachupanya. But the usual word for present would be vapumana,
yeah.
Vattamana. But the Buddha never uses this, because that would be an erroneous view, because then you would be clinging to something that would be the present. Instead, he uses Pachupanna, which is a construct of Pachaya and Upanya. So basically conditional arising. So far, so good.
Oh, fantastic. That's really brilliant.
Wow,
Much
very good.
for explaining.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Alex.
Now, that's a really good summary.
Good
That's
summary.
a really good summary. Yeah, thank you so much. That's so.
Thank you.
I think you know, realization or understanding of Pachupanna. We emphasize that a lot, because if you don't really understand the exact meaning of Pachupanna, then you don't understand the Buddhist, you know, really Buddhism at all, because unfortunately that is a word being translated as present, you know, present moment. And then, you know, we're talking about present moment awareness, you know, awareness of the present, like what is present, you know, like I'm here, you are there, the world is, you know, this, blah, blah, blah. And that is, you know, kind of present. That is our Sakkaya Ditthi. That's where, you know, we really subscribe to these 11 aspects of past, present, future, far and near, gross and subtle, and what is the other, or internal and external, and all these 11 aspects form the world, and that's really the world. And it's only somebody who really rises above the world can really understand the world and what it is, how it comes into being, and its composition, its conditionality. Yeah. So as Alex said, the word Pachupanna is, you know, understanding the real meaning of Pachupanna. A reason, you know, causes and conditions. But then again, there is a problem, because people think, oh, you know, causes and conditions are there. I mean, mango seed causes it, you know, to grow it into a tree. And so we have already subscribed to the present, past, future, and near, far, gross, subtle, you know, everything, if you understand that way, you know, so the world is also talking about causality or conditionality, you know, like every you know, result has a cause, and that's worldview. And this is called Loka Dhamma. And now it's so important to differentiate, therefore, the world Dhamma and the world, you know, beyond the world, supramundane. Now, as we said, you know, the moment if we understand Pachupanna, then we understand the Atita is a construct. It's a sankhara. Anagata is a construct. It's a sankhara. Dura is a construct. It's a sankhara. And Santika is a construct. It's a sankhara. And Hina is a construct. It's a sankhara. Panita is a construct. It's a sankhara. Right? Olarika is a construct, it's a sankhara. Sukhuma is a construct, it's a sankhara. Ajata is a construct, sankhara. Bahidha is a construct, sankhara. Now, Now, Ajata Baida is a very interesting pair because, okay, let's take that, you know, Ajata Baida. I mean, now say, for example, a chair, right? Chair. You know, but can you actually, yeah, I mean, you know, there is a picture of a chair that appears in our mind, you know, when we think of a chair, right? Yeah. So, and so if we ask, I mean, now looking at the Ajata and the Bahida, now, we could actually, I mean, you know, we could look at it as Ajata is what we internalize, and that is the Pachupanna. That's actually what we conditionally construct. You know, this object, or I mean, it has nothing to do with this object, by the way, because it's, you know, it's, I mean, we you know, if somebody says, oh, I find a chair in the world, you know, that you won't really find a chair at all. You know, if can you touch your chair? You can never touch your chair, because every time you touch, you are actually touching a part of it. And then you have constructed that whole chair out of that whatever, you know. So now this is what the Buddha says. The Buddha says, Yatahi anga sambhara hoti saddo ratho iti. Yeah, Yatahi anga sambhara. You know, I mean, this is a really profound stanza. Yatahi anga sambhara hoti saddo
Rato iti.
iya ratho iti. Yeah.
Evan
Yeah.
khandesu santesu.
Yeah. Evan khandesu santesu.
Santo iti pauchyati.
Santesu hoti sattoti. Yeah. Hoti sattoti sammuti. Yeah. Now, you know, here he says, Yatahi anga sambhara. You know, anga means these components, like a car. You know, what's a car? You know, like I'm so bad with drawing, you know. You know, I don't know. A car. Yeah. So Yatahi anga sambhara hoti saddo ratho iti. You know, just by looking at, like, you know, these, you know, the tires and, you know, mirrors and the electronics and the body and the engine, and, you know, you call it a car, right? But I mean, we think that when we put together these parts, a ratha is a vehicle. Vehicle comes into being. Yeah, Evan kandesu santesu, kandesu. Kanda means again these heaps. When these heaps are present, hoti sattoti sammuti. We say, oh, it is X, Y, Z. Yeah. Now, sammuti. Now that is the convention. We conventionally form, in other words, this, what we call car in the world, we never find it. But by putting these elements together, we actually call it a car. So ajjatta is that concept of car. And the Bahidha is what belongs to this. I mean, like, the possessive case, the car's tires, car's mirrors, car's seat, car's engine, car's electronics, whatever, Bahidha. Yeah. So now that's Ajjata Bahidha. But usually we say Ajjata is internal, but Bahidha is external, but we don't really grasp the meaning, the real meaning of what the Buddha is talking about, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so therefore, all these 11 aspects actually disappear. All these 11 aspects, tends to disappear when we, when we actually get into, the Penapindu, where, when we really start reading, when we start reflecting, Nijjhana kamanto. So, okay, let's read a little bit more. So, evameva ko bhikkhave yankinchi rupang atitanagata pachuppanna ajjattam va bahidha va. Sorry, I just, if I make it bigger, probably, yeah. So, Sayatapi Bhikkhave, yeah. Okay.
Sayatapi bhikkhave gimhanam.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, we just went through. Yeah. Penapindu Sutta. Evameva ko bhikkhave yankinchi rupa. Atita anagata pachupannang ajjattang va bahidava. All these 11 things are again parts and parcel of this rupa. Yes, Sayatapi bhikkhave sarada samaye pulla pusitake deve vasante udaka pubbulang uppajjati. Yeah, Sayata, just like monks, sarada samaye means in the summertime. Yeah. Or springtime. Pulla pusitake deve vasante. Yeah. So when the rain is raining on, under the sun, udaka pubbulam uppajjati. The water bubbles. The water actually bubbles arisen. These bubbles come up. Yeah. Cheva nirujjit. Nirujjati. Just they appear and disappear. So in the summertime, when the rain comes and these bubbles appear and disappear. Yeah, tamenang chakuma puriso passeye, nijana, yoniso manasikareye. So again, the same, statement, those people who actually can see, start actually seeing this, yeah. Then what happens? Then he forms the view. Tassatang passato nijhayato yoniso upaparikkato rittakanyeva kayaya. Now this is the important one. Yeah, tasatam passato. Tassa means to that person. Tam passato, when says that nijhayato, reflect. Actually, see very clearly. Nijhana kamandi. Yoniso upaparikkati. Investigate the beginning. Yoniso upaparikkati. Ritta kanyeva kayaya. Only emptiness appear. Emptiness appears. So that all what really appears, for him is the emptiness. Tasatam pasato nijjaneto yoniso uparikkato ritta kanyeva kayaya. Tucca kanyeva kayaya. Asara kanyeva kayaya. King Isya Bhikkave Udakapubbale Saro. What monks, what monks is the core or substance in the Udakapubbala, the water bubble. In a water bubble, what's the substance? Evameva ko bhikkave ya kachi vedana. Now he's actually referring to Vedana. Now, Rupa is, we already spoken. The Vedana is like bubbles. Yeah. Vedana is like bubbles. So, and this is, again, we have to really analyze and understand the Vedana a little bit more, which we will do next time. But the Buddha says, just like these water bubbles, the bubbling up, the sensations or feelings arise and disappear, comes into being and, go out of existence. Yeah. So, and their nature too is evameva ko bhikkave ya kachi vedana Atitang, Atita Nagata Pachupana. And even the Vedanas have the same 11 types, just like the Rupa. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, all 5 khandhas, aggregates are, of these 11 types. So they appear and disappear. Where do they appear? They appear into our sense faculties. So are they appearing in reality? Not really, because they are just these delusions and illusions. Yeah. So that's kind of pretty much, Rupa Vedana. Now, we'll talk about the Sanya and those examples next time. Now we have got only 5 more minutes to go today, unfortunately. But it's very interesting, those examples that the Buddha gives for the 5 khandhas. Yeah. Any questions, anybody?
No.
Oh, very good. Vijay?
I think Alex gave a very nice explanation, but I will try to following next week too, to see this. I mean, it's connecting one to one, isn't it, Dr. Sunil? Like,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think I'm echoing. So anyway, I think the most important part here is how the Buddha really teaches the monks about these 5 khandhas. What examples does he pick out, and how does he actually take those through with them, and how do they really relate to their understanding of the world, and then how do they penetrate into the reality. Now that's that's a big task. I mean, it's not an easy easy thing, because normally the world is thinking in one direction, the way where they look at things is kind of very, very worldly. Yeah. Anyway, so just don't want to actually go over time, but if you don't have any more questions, I mean, we can have a short summary next time as well, because we haven't finished the 5 khandhas and the examples that the Buddha gives to the khandhas. So let's take those up next time. And shall we do a short blessing? Short yeah, the Bhanthe Dhammarathana already did a lovely meditation to start with. Yeah. So maybe we could invite somebody else to share their. Huh?
Bhante Vijita, Andro.
Bhante Vijita maybe he may be already falling asleep.
Sleeping.
Sleeping meditation.
Is he
Deep
dreaming? Yeah, is he dreaming?
Samadhi.
Yeah,
Samadhi.
Nirodha Samapatti.
he's in the Nirodha Samadhi. Wow, that's great. So he's
Supermundane level.
yeah, but
Level.
very nice it's very kind of you, nice of you to join from different directions, different and then I think this the world we are experiencing really provide good examples to the rupas and the examples, and also the teaching that the Buddha gives. We are in different time zones, different distances, different dispositions, and yet we communicate together. And sometimes somebody could be totally deluded in thinking, oh, this everybody is appearing in one screen. So yeah, so Bhanthe Dhammarathana is getting ready for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe we could invite Bhante Vijita to share some merit, and especially in the new year. We have been celebrating the new year. Yeah, Bhante.
Oh,
I think he fell asleep.
Looks like it. Looks like it. I mean, it's I'm not surprised, because it's past midnight for him.
Oh,
wow. So
can I give the blessings? Some Sinhala?
Oh, please, Bhante.
Oh.
You can
Maybe
use any language.
Next time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a wish. Our Professor Sunil Kariyakarawana and Bhanthe Dhammarathana and Vijay and Mr. Alex. We make a wish. Happy Sinhala and Hindu New Year. Long life. Sampina lakunu dehavaruna asamanduraya randana sanharatesa mahaog satva sasara bandana satva sasara bandana මං නෑර දවන සසර සතට නිර්වාණ රසය පෙන්වනා පිංසාර සෑසි සනරාමර පත්ම පාද වන්දනා පත්ම පාද වන්දනා Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante. Thank you for your kindness, and thank you, everybody. And I think it is sharing the merits of this wonderful. I mean, we're really so fortunate to discuss these beautiful teachings, and you know, let's share the merits with all the deities, you know, and also everybody else, and especially people who are having tough time, difficult times all over the world. May all of them be well and happy and peaceful. Once again, thank you. Thank you to all of you for your contributions. Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. All the very best. We'll see you next Monday.
Much merit.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you soon. Yeah. Cheers. Bye. Bye.